dumbbell, put it on our lap. Gonna sit down here. I want the bottom of my shoulder blades to be the part that's connected to the bench. So my elbows are off the bench, bottom of my shoulder blades are here. I'm gonna tuck my chin into my chest so it doesn't put pressure on my back. This is sitting right here. You're gonna lower your hips down, squeeze them up. Lower down, squeeze up. You wanna be driving all your weight through your heel right here. That's where I wanna push my weight from. I wanna come up to a neutral position here. Chin is still chucked, tucked. And then up. We're gonna do some RDLs. This one is a harder movement to get down, so if it starts hurting your lower back, let me know and we'll sub it out for something else. We're going to pick up 2 dumbbells here. This is one of the harder ones to get down, so we're leading with our hip back. I'm keeping my shoulder blades back the whole time, and I wanna feel all of it in my hamstrings. So I'm gonna be holding my dumbbells. Don't let them pull you forward like this. That's gonna hurt my back. I want a slight arch in that lower back, shoulders back and down, and I'm thinking pushing my hips to the back wall back here. So I'm leading hip back, stand up. We don't wanna let it come here and up. Keep them close to your body. So I'm gonna pick up my dumbbells, shoulder blades roll back and down, core is tight, slight bend in my knees, push your hips back, stop right there, dumbbells close to my body, stand up. Hips back, stand up. Again, don't let it pull you forward here and don't be too far out here, that's gonna hurt my back. Close to my body, shoulder blades back and down, hips coming back. Some goblet squats, so I wanna grab one dumbbell. I want you to hold it like this, kind of like a goblet, so my palms are under it, hands up, and then you're curling them on the top. I'm gonna hold it close to my chest, squat down, come up. Squat it down, coming up. When I squat, I wanna make sure my knees aren't caving in like this on me. I wanna think about keeping them in a straight line. I want my knee to stay directly over my ankle right here. So as I'm squatting down, knee over ankle and up. If you find your knees coming in like this, actively think about pushing them out so that they're right there. Feet are shoulder width apart. This stays at my chest the whole time. Squat down, lunges. We're going to step back and then bring it in. I want you to stay on one leg for 10 reps, switch, one leg for the other 10 reps. So if I'm starting here, same concept. I want my knee to stay over my ankle. If it comes too far forward right here, that can hurt my knee. So I really want to concentrate on keeping it in that straight line here. So you're starting feet together, hands up to counterbalance you. Step back, step up, step back, step up. Most important thing, core tight. Don't arch that lower back here to where that's hurting us. You want to be upright. Knee over ankle, and then standing. In the front, you're gonna look like this, about shoulder width apart. Stepping back. We're gonna do some glute bridges. So, I'm gonna lay flat on my back here. My goal is to push my hips up. My feet are shoulder width apart. Hands flat on the ground, shoulders all the way down. I'm gonna push my hips up. Get them as high as you can, squeeze at the top, lower down. Again, don't let your knees come in. We want to keep them shoulder width. Pushing up, coming down. Up. You can do this with no weight at all, or you can rack your dumbbells right here. Most important thing about this one is my feet are spread apart, so I'm wider than hip width right here. I'm gonna face my toes out, 45-degree angles, so I'm not all the way out here, but I'm not straight. I'm just slightly turned out, feet out wide. I can rack my dumbbells here, or I can use no dumbbells at all. I'm gonna squat down and up. So your body's acting like an elevator. You're straight down, straight up. We don't wanna lean forward, not backward. If you wanna put the dumbbells down, really concentrate on where my feet are pointed and how far they are out from my hips. Squat, up. You should feel it in your feet right here. Inside it looks like this. Feet turned out. I'm gonna squat it down, bring it up. If it says to pulse in there, you're gonna squat, pulse, up. So a pulse means halfway up. So I'm gonna squat down, halfway up, down, all the way up. down, halfway up, down, all the way up. That's a sumo squat and pulse. If you're just doing sumo, there's some lateral lunges, so I'm stepping out sideways. So I'm starting hip width apart. I'm gonna step out, bend that knee. This one straightens. My knee comes over my ankle here, and then step back up. Step out, step in. On the side, you're gonna look like this. Reach it out, squat, bring it in. Out, and bringing it in. My goal here with my feet, when I step out, I don't want them to end up directly in line with each other, so I don't want my toes in line. The leg that I step out with, I want to meet my foot. This toe should be about halfway through this foot when I step out. So I'm starting here, stepping out. This toe is in line with the center of my outside foot, and then I squat. So you're stepping out, but you're also stepping up slightly at an angle. So not completely straight, straight and up just a little bit. Out. We're gonna do some glute bridges with the ball here. So I'm gonna grab my med ball. You're gonna put it between your knees like this. So my feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. I'm actively pushing my knees in to squeeze the ball here. You should feel it on your inner thigh and in your booty here. So feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna lay flat back. Ball, I'm pushing in with my knees. Push your hips up, come down. Hips up, come down. Not letting that ball fall, pushing in the whole time. We're gonna do some donkey kicks here. If you have ankle weights, put them on your ankles. If you need to learn the movement without them, that's totally fine. You're gonna feel it in your booty. So I'm gonna start off on all fours. My shoulders stay over my wrists here. Hips directly in line with my knee. Back is flat. So I'm gonna curl. I'm gonna curl this toe towards me. I'm gonna push it straight up, knee is bent, heel to the ceiling, tap it down, let it go back up. So I'm tapping that foot is flexed, up, come down. My goal here is to pretend that there's a string on the ceiling attached to this part of my heel, and it's pulling in a straight line. So we're coming up, down, up. Walks or straight leg walks. You can do either one, it'll hit the same part. So if you have one of the bands that go around your knees, you can put them above your knees, not on your kneecaps, like right here above them, so you have some resistance, or you can do it without a band at all. So my goal here is I'm gonna squat down, I'm gonna take a step out, and bring my other foot to follow. So I'm staying low the whole time, stepping out. My goal is to not let my feet ever come together. So as I squat, when I step out, the other foot is following, but it's never gonna touch this leg. So you come in. So you keep that tension the whole time. My feet are never coming all the way together. I'm staying low, stepping back and forth. We're gonna do a plank and a glute lift. So again, with my planks, my form is the most important part here. So my shoulders are over my wrists. I'm flat back. Don't let it bring it down here. Don't push it up here. I don't want my arms, my shoulders back from my arm either. I want them to stay over my shoulders the whole time. What I'm gonna do here, you're gonna feel it in your booty. So you're holding your plank, lift one leg up, bring it down. Lift the other up, bring it down. Notice I'm not arching my back when I do that or letting it come up. Squeeze your core, pull your foot up, set it down. Foot up, stepping up onto the bench and then stepping down. So I'm gonna step up with one leg, push through my heel at the back right here for that leg that's coming up. If you can, drive your opposite leg up, and then you're controlling down. So my goal is to not just step up and let my foot fall. Gonna step up, push through this heel, chest stays tall, step up, come down. Step up, come down. If you wanna make it a little harder, you can drive that knee up, balance, coming down. Balance. I go jump squats here, so just like a normal squat, coming down, not letting my knees come in. I'm gonna squat, pop it up. My goal here is to get as high up there as I can. You're just jumping and popping up. It's gonna get your heart rate up. If you can't jump or if it's hurting your knees, you're gonna squat, come up on your toes. Squat, toes, but I want you going as quick as you can, keeping your form as much as you can. If you can get up there, use a kettlebell. If not, you can use a dumbbell too. It'll do the same thing. So I'm gonna do an RDL and a squat together. So my first movement, feet are shoulder width apart, chest stays tall. Don't let that weight pull you forward here. Shoulder blades back and down. I'm gonna squat straight down, stand up. I'm gonna go RDL now, so I'm gonna push my hips back, stand up. Squat, up, RDL, up. Hips go down, up. Hips go back, stand up. Don't let your shoulder blades come forward like this. Remember, we want to keep them back and down for that RDL so that we feel all of it in those hamstrings, and then stand. So your squat, RDL. Squat, RDL. Dog squats. So my goal here is to keep my elbow in contact with the inside of my knee. So I'm wider than hip width here. I'm gonna sink down. Elbows are gonna be touching those knees inside, pushing them out. I'm gonna extend my hips up, drop back down to that squat. Hips up, squat down. Up, bring it down. So my chest is gonna face the floor, and then it's gonna face forward. Floor, forward, it should be all hamstring right here. You wanna feel it in the back of your legs. Keep those elbows in those knees, and then you're extending up and down right here. We're gonna do lunges with the bar, so same position here for some of the other ones. Black parts at the bottom. I'm gonna hold my bar underhand. So you're gonna take a few steps away so you have that resistance. If I'm too close up here, I don't have the resistance that I want. So take a few steps back. I'm gonna lunge back, step up. Lunge back, step up. I'm not letting that weight pull me forward as I'm lunging back. So you're not here. Chest is high, stepping back.